Good morning. Today we have the HUBSAN ZINOMINI SE, and it's a cold weather flight. We're going to see how the battery holds out. It's 100% and it's been out for about 2 minutes in the cold, and we're trying to simulate if you're going on a hike out and you're going to go for a flight, how long do you get and what does the video look like. And we're going to do 4K, 2.7 and 1080p and see how we do. So right now everything's on auto. I'm at 4K 30 and we have version 1.1.2 and version 1.0.8. Here we go. Okay, we don't have HDR yet. We have HLog, we don't have HDR. I'm not gonna set the white balance, I'm just gonna have it automatic, see what happens. And I'm gonna go that way. Okay, we're still waiting for a few more satellites. It's very, very overcast. It snowed a little bit last night, as you can tell on the ground. We have our custom-made launch pad. It's a Godfather pizza box. But anyway, it works really well, and I always land by a hand grab. So, yeah, sorry for the sniffles, but it's a little bit chilly. It's about -10, so -10 degrees Celsius. Okay, so up there, 40, 50 meters. Could be -12. We'll see what happens. We've only got 5 satellites so far. Still waiting to see what happens. And yeah, it does take a while to acquire satellites initially. And we're going between 4 and 5 satellites. And I've got the antennas pointing right at the drone. Oh, 7. There we go. Okay, let's get this up just before. There we go. And it's hovering very well. I'm going to put it up a bit. Okay, let's start the video. This is 4K, and we're going to go up and across to the lake. And we'll see how long we get on a flight. Up to 27 meters, we're going to go up to about 40. There we go, it's pretty cold up there. There we go, 45. Bring that down a bit. There we go. Well, let's fly out. It crabs a little bit. Full stick forward. And we're at 8 meters per second. That's crabbing quite a bit. Okay, if I put straight forward, there we go. Okay, let's go this way. There we go. And we'll turn around. And we'll come back a little bit. Five meters per second. And that horizon's not off, it's just the actual horizon here. Okay. Okay, we're going to stop that video pretty soon when we get close to being back home again. We're at 92%. We're going to go to 2.7K. 2.7K, see how that looks. Everything's automatic. It looks a little dark. It doesn't have an auto exposure change. The only way to do that is in manual. Okay, let's just stop there. I'm going to stop the video. We're going to change it to 2.7 at 30. Start the video again. Okay, this is 2.7K. Let's go out and about. I'll step out a bit. I hear it. Okay, there's a little pond over there, frozen over. Okay, let's go some little adjustment and we'll come back. At 45 meters, we're down to 89% in the battery. That's pretty good. There it is. Okay, let's turn it around and see where we're at. Let's head out that way. This is 2.7K. Okay, we'll go to the left. Doing pretty good. We're 87%. We've got about, I'll do a 2-minute video on each one. We'll turn it around. Look at that. Turn around. Look at that. And we'll come back. There we go. Next is 1080p. And we'll try an orbit. Here we are. We're about 185. Let's go to 100 meters out. About there. Okay, stop that video. And we'll go down to 1080p. Start the video. And then we're going to go into the orbit. Transmitter, next, yep. And we're going to go execute immediately. I'm going to go zip it up there. We'll hide that. And we can use this to point down. We're going to look at the house. We're doing an orbit, 1080p at 30 frames per second. And the shutter speed is 4000 ISO 100. But that's all in automatic, so just want to do a orbit around my transmitter, whatever settings that is. I know we're up high enough. We're 45 meters up. We're down to 79%. That's amazing, really. My hands are frozen. Remember, next is going to be the ZINOMINI Pro. See how that looks. Okay. Down to 79%. So we're getting some good times on here. So again, it's set for a 45-minute flight time. And it's freezing cold, so I doubt if I'm going to get that. But I want to bring it down to about 20%. Let's see what happens there. There's the house. I'm going to put my hands in my pocket. Just letting it do its thing. It's going around. This is 1080p at 30. I wish they did do 1080p at 60. That would be good. A little bit more detail. But and there's no zoom on this, I don't think. Just on the photos, not on the video yet. That's another thing that's supposed to be updated as well. We shall see. Down to 76%. Well, I don't think I can last the battery because I'm frozen. Really, really cold. So this is just a generic flight auto out of the box. You send it up, and what kind of pictures do you get? Do you get jello? Do you get jitter? What's it look like? We shall see. It's coming around again. 3 meters per second. It's not that fast. You can't speed it up. So it's going sideways. There we go. Now if I hit that green circle under the ISO, I can change the speed the other way. Let's see what happens. That way. And it starts to turn the other way. Okay, so we're going to stop that. And it should hover there. There we go. Anything else in here? Hyperlapse, follow mode. No, I'm not interested in that right now. Okay, let's stop that camera. Okay, what else do we got? Let's go into here. 720, just for kicks and giggles. Let's start that camera. This is 720 at 30. Bring the camera up. Down the road. That's enough of the 720. Stop that. We're going to go back to 2.7K. There we go. 2.7K. Let's continue this down here. Down to 69% on the battery. A little higher. It's very dark and gloomy because there's no color up here. It's just brown bark trees and half dead evergreens. A lot of pine up here, and a lot of the pine up here isn't that healthy. It's just too spindly. in heavy winds, a few of them fall down. So, but this subdivision started out just a couple of years ago, and it's filling up pretty good. See how we do back here. Maybe we'll go and get an automatic return to home and see what happens. Down at 66%. Head out that way. Oh, my hands are cold. Wow. Let's do a return to home and see what happens. It's got really good range. Really good range. I'm very happy with it that way. Okay, let's do a return to home. Return to home. And see what happens. It's going to go up to 50. Here we go. Whoa, it's going way up. How high are we going? What's my return to home? Well, let's stop that. Let's go in here and look at what the return to home is. 80 meters. No. There we go. Let's do a return to home. There we go. That's better. Don't want to go too high. I thought it was set to 50. But it's coming home. And I'm going to long press the function button to get rid of the beeping. It's coming back. My hands are frozen. So I guess if I was in the car, it'd be a lot better. I wouldn't be getting a kilometer away, but still pretty good. Okay, we're down at 62%, 61%. It's up above me. And it's coming down. It's right above me. Oh my gosh, my hands are frozen. 60%. Oh. Don't want to do that. Let's see if we can, when it comes down. I stopped it, and it's about, let's bring it down. There we go. Well, it's only off about a meter, so it's pretty good. So let's stop that. Stop that video. We're going to go in and go back to 4K. At 25. No, 30. Okay. Let's go. Up again. We're up to 35 or 40 meters. My fingers are turning blue. Okay, let's go out there. Well, let's go up. Might as well go up and go up to 90. There's no wind, really. A little bit, not much. Performs very well, though. There we go, 95, 93. Go out. I'm going to do the auto return, see what happens. And my fingers are frozen. 55. We get out there about how far I'm going to get out, but I should get a kilometer. But it's freezing. Wow. It's cold. So this is below the operating temperature for the drone, which is 0 Celsius. And up there at 93 meters, it's going to be minus 12 at least. And this is 4K at 30. So it's going to be interesting. A kilometer, I'm going to hit the return to home. Because it normally hits about 1.1 and then it returns anyway, so. Let's see if my finger doesn't drop off first. There we go. Yeah, that's about it. Disconnect. Okay, is it going to return to home? Let's return to home. It's returning, okay. Good stuff. It's down to 51%. Oh my goodness, my fingers are frozen. Here we go. Strong winds up there, okay. We're still going. Let's bring it down a bit. $80, $70. I can do that. We come back about 50 or so. Here we go. Wow, is that cold? Please pay attention to flight safety. Yes. Strong wind speed, please. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. I hear it. Let's stop that video pretty soon. We're 44%. Stop that video. And we're going to stop the return to home. We'll go into the video. We're going to go back to 2.7. 30. Start the video again. Head out to that area. This is my favorite area over here. In the summer it looks just beautiful. Let's go up a bit. Here we go, about 80, I think, 70. Okay. What happened there? Oh, not enough. I ran out of storage room. Ha 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 ha. Okay, well, there you go. Let's back it up at 41%. Yep. The warning comes on at 40. Okay. I ran out of storage room. I guess I didn't unload all my things, my videos. But that's okay. There we go. And forward. Go down. I guess if I go to 30%, that's good enough. can't even hang on to it. My goodness, that's cold. It's coming down. 37. We'll stop it at 30%. Here we are. Freezing cold. Let's just let it hover there for a minute. 35%. I can't do this anymore. I'm frozen. So I'm going to bring it down and catch it at 35%. There we go. Yep, 34%. My God, I'm frozen. Shut this down. So what did we learn? The ZINOMINI SE, pretty good. Big thing I learned was wear gloves when you go outside. My hands were frozen. But the performance of the ZINOMINI SE was pretty good. I should have bumped up the EV value, got some more detail in there, but this was primarily to check out the battery and looking for jello and looking for consistency through all the video formats. Next up, in the next video I'm going to upload, is going to be the ZINOMINI Pro. Now there's been all kinds of issues with that craft, and it has a much larger sensor at 1/1.3 versus this 1/2.6. And we're going to see if that makes any difference, and if we get any jello, and if it can focus in on trees, etc., etc. So stay tuned, or I'll try and put a link to the next video here, and we'll go and have a look at the ZINOMINI Pro. But the ZINOMINI SE performed very well, very satisfied. And in the warmer weather, the colors, a nice blue sky day, it's really nice. And you've seen some of my videos for that. Okay, so hope you enjoy this. It was a little long, but I think it's necessary to do. Until the next one, stay safe.